Just a reminder that this and all my other videos are made for doll collectors or adults buying dolls for others. This is not a video for children. Viewer discretion is advised. Thank you very much for listening. Hello Internet! My name is Kelsey, and welcome back to my closet. I wasn't planning on doing a news video for today, but things happened to work out. There were a lot of fun leaks that I thought we could look at, and a couple other things that I've been saving. So, without any further ado, let's jump right into it. First thing, we have a look at the prototypes for the Barbie Extra Fly series, including the Ken, who will be in the line. And as I had suspected, it seems that these are travel-themed dolls. As we can see, Ken has a little boogie board, he's got a duffel bag, and he's wearing a quite hideous Hawaiian shirt and shorts combo, but it's also kind of extremely fitting as a tourist outfit. He also has rooted hair, which is nice because we don't get a whole lot of Kens with rooted hair these days, although it is green. But you know, since it's rooted, he can always be re-rooted if you don't like the green. We have this one with a cheetah print outfit and a split dye. She's got a little neck cushion for whatever vehicle she's traveling in. It's not as obvious where she's going though. Could just be that she's just a generic kind of travel girl. However, this one definitely looks like she's on her way to some kind of festival. She's got all these huge fringes on her jacket, a flower crown, a big tote bag with all kinds of fringes on it. Unfortunately, the fringes on the tote bag look to be plastic, but what can you do? Barbie doesn't go with fabric bags. Still, definitely exciting to see the first Ken in the Extra line. And the fact that they're putting a theme to it too is kind of nice because Barbie Extra already is so disjointed from each other. This at least makes them seem like they all kind of go together and belong under the same line. Also from Barbie, we have this sneak peek at one of the Kens from the Barbie movie, who also has rooted hair, and I love it. He's definitely got a really cute face. Like, I don't find myself drawn to a lot of Ken dolls, but the way that they captured the actor in this sculpt is really nice. He reminds me a lot, too, of the Ken from Toy Story 3, like that really just flamboyant but utterly masculine at the same time Ken, who's just head over heels for Barbie, but also, like, obsessed with his fashion. I don't know, I feel like that's the angle they're gonna go for, and if it is, I'm totally here for it. And I do love the outfit. It definitely is very beach town, you know, Malibu in color and style, and it makes me excited to see more of the dolls in the movie line. Mattel Creations has also come up with this new Disney collector line, also known as the Darkness Descends series, so I guess this is all going to be centered around villains. So it'll be cool to see what other villains that they decide to do now that they have the Disney license back and can start using Mattel Creations to make collector dolls outside of Disney limited edition dolls. This also seems to be in celebration of Disney's 100th anniversary as a company. Seems to provide a nice alternative to people who are not able to afford the prices of the limited edition Disney dolls, or at least it would if it wasn't for the fact that this doll is actually the same price as some of the limited edition dolls. We've got Maleficent here, and probably my favorite part of her is the face. That sculpt that they did is just so evil, pointy, like so perfect from the animated version of Maleficent, and yet they've kind of also pulled in some of the live action Angelina Jolie Maleficent stuff, like the texture on her helmet thing and the style of her wings, the big spiky collar behind her. I think the design here is really, really cool. She also seems to have a lot of different fabrics going on. We've got some pleather, we've got some of that starchy fabric that kind of holds its shape a little bit better, and you don't have to hem it to get all of these really interesting flame patterns. And of course, you can't have Maleficent without the green flames. She's also got her scepter with the crow on top. She is a really, really well-designed doll. I like her, and for any fans of Sleeping Beauty or Maleficent the character, I think she appeals to those people a lot. However, do I think she's worth $150? I would say probably not. And while she does have some nice materials, like she's definitely a higher quality, I would say, than maybe some of the Monster High Skeletor or like Rochelle, but I don't know if she's a $150 kind of quality. Maybe $100. I could see this doll at $100 and be okay with it. But who knows? Maybe she would surprise me. Maybe once I see a few people review her, I'll change my mind. Mattel is also really going ham on the Little Mermaid dolls, because even more Ariels have now been revealed. We have one that sings, wearing the blue dress, and pink boots, which don't really seem to match that well. She just seems to be the basic doll and the same basic blue dress, just with a singing component. We also have a set where you can change her from human to mermaid, which I figured was going to happen at some point, and we get a first glimpse at the pink dress. The tail in this one isn't as pretty and elaborate as the deluxe Ariel, and of course none of these dolls have extra articulation, but it's still a cute set. We actually get a purse, we've got a dingle hopper, and now you can play out the transformation of her becoming a human. And you'll notice that this pink dress varies from this other pink dress. This is called the Celebration Ariel, and the dress here is a little more elaborate. We have actual layers of tulle with design on it compared to the just printed skirt on the other one. Again, we see the pink boots, which I guess are just her standard human shoes, and she's cute, but I actually kind of prefer the skirt on the human to mermaid one. I don't know, I just like the shape of it a little bit better, and the fact that you can really see the pattern on it rather than the tulle, which kind of hides the pattern. They're both not bad dresses for basic movie dolls. All of these dolls too seem to be coming out in May. Their Amazon links are available on youloveit.com, but they're not really working. But here's something that I have to complain about, and I'm just super upset because I did not think that this was gonna be like this. There's a link for Amazon Canada for the deluxe Ariel with the cool water stand that I gushed about in the last news video. She's 69 Canadian dollars, which roughly translates to like 50 USD. Why is she that much money? Mattel, do you need to make us pay that much for a little extra articulation, a stand, and some foiling on the tail? She is not a $50 doll. There is no freaking way that she is a $50 doll. And for those of you in Canada, I feel even worse because she's like 70. I mean, it's ridiculous. We're hitting like collector prices here for a doll that's just supposed to be slightly elevated above the rest of the movie dolls. 30, 35 even. 50, absolutely not. Last thing from Mattel, we have some details on the next series of Skulltimate Secrets, which is going to be called Neon Frights. Apparently these are going to be fluorescent dolls with glow-in-the-dark pieces, and we are getting some debuts for a few of the characters in Skulltimate Secret form. Dracula and Frankie, of course, because they're two of the most popular characters in the series, are also here in this third line of Skulltimate Secrets, but Toralei will be joining them, as well as Ghoulia and Twyla. It seems with the glow-in-the-dark elements and some of the descriptions that we have about the outfits that they're coming from, like chocolate, a face mask, cozy hoodies and stuff like that, books and laptops, this is a sleepover theme, kind of like how Iridescent was winter themed. So first of all, good job putting Twyla into the line, because obviously that makes sense with any sleepover themed line. Secondly, it'll be nice to have kind of an expansion to Creepover Party, and I like that there's kind of a double theme going on, that you get the glow in the dark and the sleepover element together. It makes the dolls a little bit more dynamic and also gives them more interchangeability between different dolls in the series, rather than like the first Skulltimate Secrets, which the outfits barely fit together for each individual character, let alone switching them between characters. I will definitely be interested to see how all of them look, but especially Toralei, Gulia, and Twyla. I could see myself liking Twyla. I really liked her first doll, not necessarily enough to get her, but if this Skulltimate secret one really blows me away, she might be my first Twyla. One quick little mention here, Zombaes Forever is coming out with the second series. I had been hearing a little bit here and there about this coming, and now we have pictures of all the available figures. They are expected to be out in the summer, and this time they have a secondary theme, wild vibes. So everything is animal based. There's one that's basically being eaten by a shark. There's one that likes bees. The one with the crabs hanging off her is kind of cute. I know I never really talked about them before, but I have a couple of them from the first wave, and they are cute little figures. Mostly I was interested in them because they're like the only other edgy, monstery kind of dolls out there besides Monster High, and I like that their little brains stick out under their hair. I think it's cute. And these ones are also very cute. I also really appreciate that despite the fact that they're blind box, there is a very easy code for them. So when I bought the two that I have, I had no trouble getting the ones that I wanted, and hopefully that continues for this second series. I might be interested in picking up a couple of these. And we're gonna close out with, finally, last but not least, we have this odd image found on German Amazon of the possibly still happening Rainbow High custom dolls. Apparently there are supposed to be 3 with 3 different skin tones. And as we'd heard in the past, they have white clothes, white shoes even, and white hair, which you are supposed to dye with the included colors. I can't believe these are still happening, but there they are. Apparently, delivery is supposed to be sometime in September, and the price on the listing here is $39.99 in euros, which translates to about $43 in US dollars. I guess that kind of makes sense, being that they are coming with the dyes and everything. It's kind of like more of a gift set similar to the first Amaya. Yeah, these are still happening, apparently, and now we have kind of an idea of what they look like. The picture on the side shows really high saturation, too, of the colors for the clothes, so I wonder what kind of dye exactly that they're using, because apparently it's also supposed to be washable. It says wash and repeat on the side. It will be a very, very interesting concept when we do finally get a chance to see them in better stock images. Anyway, guys, that is just about everything that I wanted to talk about, so thanks so much for watching the video. Let me know what you think of everything, what you're looking forward to. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, share the video with your friends, and until next time, bye!